在中国20多年，所以现在正在珠海变成我的家。我这里有中国的老婆，也有一个2岁半的女孩，所以我最喜欢的就在珠海最喜欢的事情就是家庭，就是我的家人。
What do you think people don't get about China overall? Like people who never been here, the foreigners or the Western world don't understand about the country?
There's many things, but two that I could immediately pick up on. One is just how developed China is, just how advanced it actually is the first one. And the second one is that the people are a lot more friendly than I think other people outside realize. When they come here and they see how friendly people are, and they see how advanced and developed the country is, it's quite eye-opening. It's quite awe-inspiring. We had what is believed to be the largest civic delegation from the UK ever to visit China last month.
Okay.
And as chairman of the British Chamber of Commerce South China, I was one of the people hosting them in Shenzhen. We went to BYD, we went to Tencent headquarters, we went to Honor headquarters, Yantian port, the busiest container terminal. And so we had, 6 mayors and vice mayors from around the UK, and then a wider delegation with them. And people were just in awe. They were like, wow, just everywhere, taking photos of everything. It was nice to see because I've lived here and grown with that. It's not so.
It's already like, of course it is.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. So it was great to see how excited they were.
That's it, yeah?
Yeah. So this is Shield Works
manufacturing.
Yeah.
So you own the company, or like you?
Yeah, I'm one of the 3 owners. So there's 3 owners of the company.
Of the 3 owners.
So this is a relatively new industrial park called Sanzhou. MTU, very large airplane motor company from Germany. They've just opened nearby. There's some solar plants.
Yeah.
Harting are here. Philips are here just over the other side of this building.
Okay.
It's a growing part of Zhuhai, and it's only 15-minute drive to Zhuhai Airport.
Yeah. Very convenient. So how many people work here?
In the group total, there's about 110 right now.
Yeah.
How's the project going?
Seems the electrical have little issues.
Yeah, they were telling me last night, between the electrical platform and the mechanical platform, how they work together.
Yeah.
So you're trying to fix that today?
Oh, I tried. I tried because I'm weak on electrical field.
Right, but I have faith in you. No pressure, no pressure. The culture is not as individualistic here in China, that's for sure. As we are in the UK, USA, where we have personal, individual liberty and freedom, and it's not the same. But people are a lot more individual here than the outside world will probably think. And they're a lot more friendly and open to discussion than a lot more people think. One of the really interesting things that happened recently was when TikTok, Douyin, they sort of opened the servers so that people using TikTok in the USA could communicate with people using TikTok in China. And it was fascinating to see what happened on the Chinese social media and the Chinese internet sphere during that time.
Yeah.
Everybody was talking to each other and cultural exchange was happening and new friendships were forming. It was so interesting to see it. People in America saying, "Hi, Chinese people, look at what we do here, look at this." And then conversely, Chinese people, "Hi, Americans, welcome to China, look at this." It was really interesting.
Hey, buddy.
Hello, girl.
Do you think Chinese people are patriotic overall, like in general?
Yes, I believe they are. I believe more so than the UK. They are.
More so, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you just have to look at occasionally in the past where there's been some difficult geopolitical relations, say between China and Japan, then suddenly this patriotic, nationalistic sentiment just rises up and you'll see they stop buying Nissans and Toyotas and immediately and saying pro-Chinese statements everywhere. Yeah, they are. I think they're very patriotic.
Oh wow, I love it. Okay.
Welcome.
So everybody speaks English here?
Most people speak English,
people,
yeah. Some of the workers in the factory floor won't. Hi Brian, how are you? Yeah. 你喜欢狗狗吗？
太胖了，怕它咬人。
它不会咬人的，它好乖，
好乖是吧？
好乖。不是第一次见面吗？
见了好多次了。
对，见了好多次。What we're on right now is all reclaimed land. It's an artificial island.
Okay.
This whole area is. In front of you is the Bridgeport. That is the border for the bridge to Hong Kong. Incredibly impressive. This is the world's longest sea crossing.
Oh.
The world's longest sea crossing goes from Zhuhai, Macau. That's Macau right next to us. Right next to us is Macau.
Okay.
All of that. The buildings right there are Macau.
Okay.
And this border has Macau border, mainland China border inside it. Then you get onto either a private car or a bus, and you go over the bridge to Hong Kong. So from here, I can get to Hong Kong airport in about 45 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So
That's fast.
that is why
Yeah.
last month I flew from Hong Kong to Hainan. Month before that, I flew from Hong Kong to Xiamen, simply because it was more convenient than Zhuhai Airport. It is a marvel, this bridge, an engineering marvel, especially with the typhoons we get that come into the Pearl River estuary. So there you go, Hong Kong, Zhuhai, Macau, Bridgeport.
Nice.
But yeah, when you think about the infrastructure that China does, this whole thing is an artificial island.
Yeah.
You know? It's incredible.
It is incredible. There are still some people who think that in China there's like only low quality product, only this plastic shit and stuff.
Correct.
Which is not like, which is
no, so
not the case.
I would say the two misconceptions are, one, what you just alluded to, that it's cheap.
Yeah.
There's all this cheap crap getting made.
Yeah.
And the second one is that it's dirty. But as you see, this facility is pretty clean.
Yeah.
And it's not just us, there is other clean facilities in China. A lot of the dirty manufacturing, it's been moved away. China doesn't want to do that anymore. It wants to clean up the air, it wants to reduce pollution, and it has made big bounds on that. When I first arrived in China, the pollution was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. It was damaging to lungs. I know people that left China because of it. But now they've done a good job at cleaning it up.
Yeah.
And that's a mixture of reducing the heavy pollutant manufacturing and also having more electric vehicles on the road. And thirdly, they still use coal here. Coal is dirty, as you know, but their energy mix is becoming more on the non-carbon pollutant energy, such as hydro, huge hydroelectricity. Nuclear's big here. So they are trying to reduce the pollution that way as well.
Yeah. So I guess China is already like pretty developed.
Yeah.
And the scale of it is huge. It's kind of hard to stop this economy at the moment.
It is.
Even if it's a slowdown, but it's just because it's so massive.
That's right. And you know, Chinese people historically have been savers. If you look at the ratio of personal savings versus personal investment, it's a completely different ratio to in the West. More people save than invest here. So there's a lot of cash, held back in personal families and in the economy.
Yeah.
If China can unleash that through policies, through giving people confidence, then I think there's a huge amount of potential in consumer-led growth to be had here. And that's what China wants to get to. They want to get to a consumer-driven growth in their economy to replace some of the manufacturing-led growth.
Why do you think it's a huge amount of cash compared to other countries?
I think it's probably quite cultural. China had the Cultural Revolution and obviously the Great Famine, and back to that time, you could still see that impacting the way people think nowadays. So, because a lot of people are alive that lived through that period. So when you see people, specifically elderly people, and I am generalizing here, it's not everybody, not queuing up or pushing in or trying to grab something at a buffet table, like little anecdotes like that, it's because it's ingrained in them that
it's fear that they need to do it now.
Yes, it's got to do it now. It's going to go. I need to eat now. I need to do this now. I need to get that now. And when you can see it through that lens and you understand it, it doesn't make you annoyed anymore that people are pushing. You understand, okay, I get that. And obviously that's then gone down a little bit to the next generation as well, because they're taught that. So I believe that's one of the reasons why Chinese save a lot of their money, because of that. So yeah, I think there's a lot of potential there for more consumption.
I think many people still are kind of afraid what's going on in China. Oh, China is something like that's very controlled and they hate foreigners. This kind of notion, some people think Because they just don't understand and they never live here. Yeah.
I've never had any problems here.
Yeah.
Never really had any problems. I mean, licensing, regulatory, that sort of problems, yes, I've had many of them, annoying over the years.
Yeah.
But personal issues, never had one.
Yeah.
Never had one. I've never been attacked. I've never been shouted racist things at. So yeah, I feel safe and fine here.
Is it easy to make friends with Chinese?
It is, yes. Yeah.
It is.
It is easy to make friends with Chinese. If you were to walk into a bar, you could easily sit down and talk to some Chinese and make friends with them. Very, very welcoming to discussions with strangers. More so than most countries in the world, I'd say. Now, you might not make good friends with them, but you can sit down and have a conversation, and they'll be very welcoming.
What would be the way to develop more, like, deeper relationships with Chinese people?
Food.
Food.
Yeah. Go out for dinner.
Yeah.
Go out for dinner, go sing KTV, karaoke.
Yeah. Anything that you still not get used to living in China?
The most stressful thing about living here is the internet. It is draining sometimes. You know, I want my family or friends back in the UK, which is sort of a big close link with. They send me videos. I want to watch the video on YouTube. I can't. Or a lot of our clients use Google for the Google Docs and all of that, and they want to share Google Docs with us.
Yeah.
Blocked. We can't access the documents. So we have to get the clients to try and send them different ways. All of those different things. Even Dropbox is blocked here. LinkedIn, for example, which we use for marketing. Yeah, it's annoying and frustrating, and even not those sites, even sites that work, can sometimes be very, very slow as well.